Everyone in the small town whispered when 22-year-old Aaliyah married 73-year-old billionaire Raymond Hale, because to them it looked like a deal written in desperation rather than love, a poor young girl from a broken home exchanging her youth for security, comfort, and survival. Aaliyah had grown up counting coins before buying bread, watching her mother silently cry over unpaid bills, and burying dreams one by one just to make it through another day. When Raymond appeared, well-dressed, calm, respected, and powerful, offering marriage, protection, and a future free of hunger, the world judged her harshly, but no one asked what hunger does to dignity. The wedding was grand beyond imagination, held at a massive estate that looked like something from a fairy tale, and yet Aaliyah felt strangely alone walking down the aisle, her smile polite, her heart guarded. Raymond treated her kindly, almost formally, never touching her without permission, never raising his voice, speaking to her like a gentleman from another era. The first week of marriage passed quietly, too quietly. There was no celebration, no intimacy, no arguments, just space. Aaliyah wandered the endless halls of the mansion, rooms filled with expensive art, antique furniture, and silence so heavy it echoed. On the seventh night, unable to sleep, she noticed a faint light coming from a wing of the mansion Raymond had told her was private. Curiosity mixed with unease, and she followed the corridor until she reached a door slightly open. What she saw inside made her heart pound so loudly she thought it would give her away. The room was not filled with money or secrets of power, but photographs, hundreds of them, covering the walls, shelves, and tables. Pictures of sick children in hospitals, old women in shelters, poor families receiving food, schools built in villages, and in every picture, Raymond was there, younger in some, older in others, always standing quietly in the background. On a desk lay stacks of letters, handwritten thank you notes from people whose lives had been changed forever. Aaliyah stepped inside, trembling, and that's when she heard Raymond's voice behind her. He didn't sound angry. He sounded tired. He told her this room held the truth he never shared with the world, that he had been born poorer than she was, had lost his wife and daughter decades ago because he couldn't afford proper treatment, and had spent his life building wealth not for luxury, but for redemption. He confessed that he married her not to own her youth, but because he saw in her the same fear and strength his daughter once had, and he wanted to give her a life where survival would never crush her dreams again. He told her she was free, free to leave, free to take half of everything, free to live without him, and that the marriage papers were written in her favor long before the wedding. Aaliyah broke down in tears, realizing the shock was not cruelty, but kindness disguised as a contract the world misunderstood. In that moment, her fear turned into respect, her confusion into clarity. She saw that wealth did not always mean greed, and sacrifice did not always wear rags. As dawn light filtered through the windows, Aaliyah understood that life sometimes places us in impossible choices not to judge us, but to reveal hidden truths about humanity. This story is not about age or money, it's about survival, compassion, and the shocking reality behind appearances. If this story moved you, opened your eyes, or made you feel something real, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because every story here is crafted to remind you that behind every headline, there's a deeper truth waiting to be discovered.